Southern Mallee Giants report time, and it's the man that's fronting up on the good weeks and the tougher weeks. Sammy White's with us. G'day, Sammy. How are you?
Yeah, going well. Thanks, Fly Man.
Well, we got the Violet Crumbles out, but things crumbled a little bit at Timboola. Injuries to the playing squad on the day put paid to what was a magnificent game, very well fought out, beautiful weather and a big crowd. You went down 14-9-93 to 11-11-77, and gee, that brought you right back in the middle of the pack.
Yeah, it was a tough day, Fly Man. It was a really hard fought day. We played well the first couple of quarters. Then Timboola got a bit of momentum going into the third, got up by a couple of points, and then the start of the fourth, they kicked two or three goals right at the start, and we wrestled our way back within 2 points. And then with about 10 minutes to go, they sort of kicked away, and unfortunately couldn't work our way back.
Yeah, it's a good win for them, and they've got some really good players. They've got this Matthew Rosier, Sam Godden goes pretty well too, and 4 goals from Michael Graham for them, and Godden and O'Dwyer both booted 3, and the coach, Lant, got onto the score sheet too with a couple. For you blokes, the 2 Webster boys went very well, the 3 each, but I think did one of them go down with a hammy in the game?
Yeah, so Josh, he was on fire early. I think he kicked 3 in the first quarter and a half, and then, unfortunately, in a bit of a marking contest, I think he tweaked his hammy a bit, so he wasn't able to continue. Not
a good sign. Angus McSwain with a couple of goals. Billy Lloyd in good form. Rupert Sangster too. He is in great form, and I think he's lifted his work rate now that there's this bus tour.
Yeah, so it's Zach and Tim Sanford are organising the bus this weekend, but Rupert's playing well. He's obviously come off a little bit of a quieter season last year and got himself really fit this year, and he's playing some good football.
Jackson Fisher's going real well this year. Liam Price head over the ball, and Sammy White, of course, and Lee Stewart. Just with those injuries, Oscar Smith went down too, which is another big man in the squad, and I think you also might have lost Luke Marnie with an ankle. So where are they at? Are they significant injuries?
So Oscar's he's still sort of seeking diagnosis. I think he's going down to Melbourne to see a specialist to get his knee checked out. Yeah, from what he said on Wednesday night, it's just a bit of a strain. So hopefully he's back out there in not too long. And then I haven't really heard an update on Luke Marnie yet. I think he's still in getting scans as well. So hopefully we get back within the next few weeks.
Yeah, going to be necessary because it's a tough few weeks that are coming. And the Southern Mallee Giants had this last year when both, I reckon it was both Coleman, and I reckon at that stage it might have been your brother Luke that went down with injuries, and that really made for a difficult time on depth and so on. So let's watch this space closely because it's a tough few weeks. Let's just go to the reserve grade now, and I noticed the fellas put in a pretty hard showing last week, and when you come up against a Dimmy side, they won at 11-10, Dimmy, to you 7-5, but it was a pretty well fought out game.
Yeah, the boys were right into it. It was sort of a similar story to the seniors. Right up with it up until 3/4 time, and then unfortunately, I'm not sure if they ran out of legs or Dimmy just wanted a bit more, but Dimmy kicked away in that last quarter, and unfortunately, I think we were only able to score a point in that last quarter, and Dimmy kicked 5 or so goals. So, a bit of a disappointing way to finish the game off, but still plenty of positives to come out of it. So they'll bounce back this week and have another red-hot crack.
Certainly will. I tell you what, DeJounte Bellinger had a crack, kicked 4 and put his hand up, they say, the fridge, put his hand up for senior selection. And Timmy Sanford on the bus trip. Dylan Marshman, been in the best players every week, very good. Cooper Morris, Matt Bellinger, always a good player. And young Caden Petrel, the tall boy, played some good footy there too in the twos. The no under-17s match, but in the under-14s. How about this result in a round 5 clash? It was the Southern Mallee Giants 6-5-41 over Dimmy 3-4-22, and the young Orange boys have put their hand up, haven't they?
Yeah, the under-14s were flying the flag for us on Saturday. So it's great to see a few really good performances from Jacko Moore and Spencer Williams. So the boys fought hard all day and were able to get the win.
What about Ollie Wood? I mean, he's been playing at centre half back. He's kicked 3 goals. He's a star up forward. And Jackson Moore booted a couple. Maxie Roberts got there too and put a goal on the board. And as you mentioned, both Moore and Williams good. Lee Thorman, Parker Hallam, Charlie Williams and Axel Decker were in the better players there for the kids. It's a bit of a bus tour, I hear, at Beulah. You're going to play some footy and then hop on a bus and go on a mystery tour, they tell me. I mean, you know all the night spots around Beulah and Hopeton. There can't be too many more that you're going to visit.
Yeah, no, I'm not really sure what's in store. Zach Robbins and Timmy Sanford have organised a bit of a bus trip for us this weekend. So once the game's wrapped up, we'll go in and have a feed at the club rooms, and then everyone's going to jump on a bus and have a bit of a look around the Mallee. So it'll be good for a few of the travellers who probably haven't seen a few of the smaller places around our way. So, yeah, looking forward to it.
Good stuff, lighting it up in the dark, maybe with some of the silo art and so forth through the area. Having a look at what that means for this week after the disappointment of last weekend. And the Southern Mallee Giants host Ararat. This is a big game of footy. Ararat have been magnificent this year and they've taken all before them. They're at the top of the table. They are yet to be challenged on the win-loss ratio. You blokes have slipped down to 4th place and a loss could put you in danger with sides like Minyat Matoa, Neil and the Stall Warriors hunting down a place in that top 4.
Yeah, obviously it's always a tough day going up against Ararat. They always seem to play well every time we match up against them, but they're the sort of games we really sort of love to play. We always love a challenge, and I'm pretty confident with all the boys we're bringing up. They've all got senior experience, the likes of Dylan Marshman, Tim Sanford, all coming back up into the seniors. So, yeah, we always like playing Ararat, and I think we're a good chance of bouncing back and hopefully get a win.
Now, Big J Garvey, will he take the rucking jewels there? I mean, it sounds like he would be taking that next spot.
Garves, he went into the ruck majority of the second half of last week after Kieran sort of tweaked his back a bit. So I'd say Garves will probably be back in there again, and Timmy McCormack helping him out as well. Yeah,
and of course, I noticed Declan Brown is named in the squad there too, so some very, very good opportunity for him if he does play.
Yes, Brownie's had a really good year in the twos. He's provided a lot of run and a lot of speed, breaking the line, so it's great to see he gets his chance up in the ones.
Good stuff. I did see the Fridge didn't get named, so what the coach has said he wants another 3 or 4 in the twos?
The big Fridge. If he clunks a few more up in the goal square and kicks a few more bags, he might sneak his way in.
He certainly might. He's going to be playing in the reserve grade at home against those Ararat boys. And, the Ararat boys go pretty deep. They're top of the table in the seconds also. So it's going to be a tough ask for the twos.
Yeah, I always feel a little bit sorry for those boys when the seniors have a few injuries and unfortunately a couple of their better players get dragged up into the seniors. But no doubt, we're still named a good team on Saturday. So a lot of the boys are on the training track on Monday and Wednesday. So, they'll bounce back and give it their all.
All right, and the 14 boys, well, they've had a couple of really, really good wins in recent weeks. It's really given them a good bit of the chance to be in that top 5 group. They're in 5th place at the moment. Ararat, interestingly enough, we don't see this too often. The Rats are in 6th place, and they haven't got the quality in their under-14s like we've seen in previous years. They got nailed by the Stall Warriors, one of their arch nemesis, in the corresponding game back in April. They have had some trouble winning matches, so your boys might have a real chance here at Beulah.
Yeah, fingers crossed for man. Obviously, Ararat's quite a lot bigger town than Beulah and Hopeton, so they've got a few more numbers. But the 14s boys after their win last week, they've got a bit of confidence, and you never know. Hopefully, I get another win on the board.
Well, they did have a draw against the Warwick Eagles a couple of weeks ago, the Ararat side, and the Warwick Eagles are in second place. So they've got some talent still there to match it with some of the better sides. So it's going to be really interesting to see where the Southern Mallee Giants are at. We get to see that probably after this game against Ararat. A big match for the kids, and we'll watch with their naming of their squad. Looks like they've got a good squad of kids named, which is great to see that they've been able to really put good numbers this year. Are you seeing those kids also out at training too? You're getting good numbers for the kids to training?
Yeah, they are. Little McCredden, he takes the under-14s to training each week, and yeah, they have been getting really good numbers. Nearly everyone's on the training track each week, which is great to see.
It certainly is, yeah. I see that you've got a full list of kids this weekend, which is really terrific that the clubs have been able to get that together for the under-14 age group. Well, it's good to have you on board, Sammy White. We hope that it's not like last year when Lou and Coleman went down in the early part of the season and it started a series of tough games for you. I think it was the Horsham D's that caused it last time. This time it might be the Dimmy boys, but we'll watch and wait and see if you can respond accordingly.
Yeah, no, it's going to be good to see for you, man. Just a little side note. I'll be lining up against Tom Williamson. I went to school with him down in Ararat. We used to always have a few arguments down there, debating whether the Mallee was better than the Wimmera. I was obviously back in the Mallee, saying the top end talent was better than the Wimmera, and he was obviously fighting for the Wimmera. So this is the first time I've lined up against him for a while. So looking forward to the challenge.
Oh, that's a beauty. Tom Williamson from the boys from Ararat taking on the Giants from the Mallee.
Yeah, he's an ornament to the game for him, man. So it'll be good to see how he goes.
And it'll be a wonderful game of football, Sammy White. Hope that you go well on him and that there's no more injuries for the boys this weekend. You have a great weekend.
Cheers, for man.